The Lightning Princess and the Knight of Shadows. Once upon a time, in a realm lit by the vibrant flashes of lightning that danced across the sky, there lived a young princess named Liora. She wasn't just any princess. She was the Lightning Princess, gifted with the power to summon and control lightning with a flick of her fingers. Her constant companion was a majestic lightning owl named Spark, whose feathers glimmered with streaks of electric blue and whose eyes shone like tiny stars. Princess Liora and Spark lived in the luminous crystal castle atop Mount Flashmore, from where they watched over their kingdom. The people loved their princess, for she brought light to the darkest nights, and her laughter was as joyful as the sound of rain on a tin roof. One evening, as the kingdom prepared for the Festival of Lights, a celebration of the day Liora was born amidst a great storm, a deep darkness swept over the land. This was no ordinary night. The shadows seemed alive, creeping and crawling, swallowing every sliver of light. The darkness was the work of the Shadow Sorceress, a banished enchantress who despised the light and all that was bright and beautiful. She had cast a spell to engulf the kingdom in eternal night, jealous of the joy and love that Liora spread among her people. As the kingdom plunged into panic, Princess Liora stood at her tallest tower, Spark perched on her shoulder, both watching the encroaching gloom. Knowing she could not let her people suffer, Liora decided to confront the Shadow Sorceress. With Spark leading the way, they flew towards the sorceress's lair on the dark side of Mount Flashmore, guided only by the faint glow of Spark's feathers. Upon reaching the lair, Liora confronted the Shadow Sorceress. The air crackled with energy as streaks of lightning clashed with the swirling shadows. The battle was fierce. Every time Liora summoned her lightning, the sorceress countered with a wave of shadows. But Spark, seeing his friend in distress, flew directly into the swirling darkness, his luminous feathers piercing through like beams of light. With a mighty screech, Spark unleashed a powerful burst of lightning, brighter than any Liora had ever summoned. The light was so intense that it broke through the sorceress's spell, scattering the shadows and illuminating the sky. The Shadow Sorceress, realizing her defeat, fled into the remnants of the night, vowing never to return. The kingdom was saved, and the Festival of Lights was brighter than ever before. Princess Liora and Spark were celebrated as heroes. From that day on, the people of the kingdom hung lanterns and strings of lights on the Festival of Lights, said not just to celebrate Leora's birthday, but also the night their princess and her lightning owl saved them from eternal darkness. And so, Princess Liora and Spark continued to watch over their beloved kingdom, forever ready to light up the dark, proving that even in the deepest shadows, light can prevail. And every night, as the kingdom slept peacefully, the gentle glow of Spark's feathers reminded them that they were never alone in the dark. Title: The Lightning Princess and the Whispering Winds. In the kingdom where Princess Liora and her lightning owl Spark were celebrated heroes, tranquility had returned. The sky was bright, and the Festival of Lights had left everyone in high spirits. However, beyond the kingdom's borders, in the vast open plains of Whisperwind, a new challenge was stirring. The plains of Whisperwind were known for their ceaseless winds that carried voices from afar, whispering secrets and tales of old. But lately, the winds had grown wild and chaotic, no longer whispering but howling fiercely. These turbulent winds began to affect the kingdom, uprooting trees and unsettling the calm of Leora's land. Determined to restore peace, Princess Liora, with Spark at her side, ventured into the heart of the plains to uncover the cause of the unrest. As they approached, the winds grew stronger, and the air was filled with voices of distress. Not just noise, but a plea for help. Deep within the plains, they found an ancient wind spirit, ensnared by magical vines that choked its ability to control the winds. The vines were the dark magic of the Shadow Sorceress, a remnant of her spite, meant to wreak havoc even in her absence. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Liora tried to free the wind spirit. With every lightning strike, she managed to sever several vines, but more grew back in their place. The task seemed endless, and the wild winds threatened to push them back. Seeing Liora struggle, Spark had an idea. He flew around the wind spirit in swift, tight circles, his electrically charged feathers creating a barrier of light. This brilliant light weakened the dark vines, diminishing their power. Encouraged, Liora summoned all her strength and with a powerful cry, released a massive bolt of lightning that illuminated the entire plains. The bolt struck true, shattering the dark vines and freeing the wind spirit. Grateful for its liberation, the wind spirit calmed the chaotic winds with a gentle wave of its hands, restoring balance to the plains and the kingdom beyond. Before departing, the wind spirit offered Liora a gift, a whistle made from the bones of the plains, which, when blown, could summon gentle winds to aid her in her times of need. With hearts full of joy and the new whistle secure at her side, Liora and Spark returned to their kingdom, welcomed by the relieved and joyous cheers of their people. Thus, the Lightning Princess and her faithful owl had once again saved their kingdom, proving that courage and friendship could calm even the wildest storms. From then on, whenever the winds of Whisperwind blew across the kingdom, they brought not just cool relief, but whispers of the brave princess and her lightning owl, forever guardians of the realm. Title: The Lightning Princess and the Eclipse Enigma. After the victory in the plains of Whisperwind, Princess Liora and her faithful lightning owl Spark enjoyed a peaceful time in their kingdom. The sky was always bright with the gentle winds carrying only the softest murmurs of joy and peace across the land. But as every hero knows, peace is often a precursor to a new adventure. One night, under a full moon, an unexpected celestial event took place. A sudden and unexplained solar eclipse darkened the sky in the middle of the day, turning the sun into a dark, smoldering circle. The sudden darkness spread across the kingdom, causing the land to cool and the day creatures to fall into a restless sleep. Liora, equipped with her innate courage and curious nature, decided to investigate this mysterious phenomenon. She and Spark ascended into the sky, where they could see the shadow of the moon cast upon the earth. As they flew closer to the darkened sun, they noticed an unusual shimmer around the moon. It was not just an eclipse, but a magical barrier enveloping the moon. Upon reaching the moon, they discovered the source of the spell, an ancient moon spirit trapped within a cage of dark crystals. The spirit, a guardian of lunar magic, explained that a rogue comet, enchanted by remnants of the Shadow Sorceress's dark magic, had struck the moon, imprisoning the spirit and initiating the perpetual eclipse. Understanding the gravity of their new quest, Liora and Spark circled the moon, searching for a way to shatter the dark crystals. However, every lightning bolt Liora threw was absorbed by the crystals, empowering them further. Desperate for a solution, Liora used the whistle gifted by the wind spirit to call upon the winds. The winds came rushing towards the moon, their soft whispers turning into mighty roars. Spark, inspired by the fierce winds, unleashed his brightest lightning yet, charged with both his natural energy and the power of the winds. Together, Liora and Spark created a magnificent storm of light and wind around the moon. The synergy of lightning and wind created a resonance that the dark crystals could not withstand. With a deafening crack, the crystals shattered, freeing the moon spirit. Thankful for its liberation, the moon spirit reversed the eclipse, restoring light to Leora's kingdom. As a token of gratitude, the moon spirit bestowed upon Liora a cloak woven from moonbeams, which would protect her from dark magic in her future adventures. Princess Liora and Spark returned to their kingdom, celebrated once more as heroes who brought light back to the world. The kingdom thrived under their watchful eyes, safe in the knowledge that whatever darkness might fall, their lightning princess and her brave owl would always find a way to bring back the light. Title: The Lightning Princess and the Sea of Storms. With the kingdom once again bathed in light after the eclipse, peace settled over the land. Princess Liora and her companion Spark enjoyed tranquil days watching over their realm from the highest tower of Crystal Castle. However, as every seasoned hero knows, calm is often the precursor to a storm, and indeed, a new challenge was brewing over the horizon. A terrible storm began to form over the Sea of Storms, a vast ocean that bordered the kingdom to the west. The storm grew day by day, with violent winds and monstrous waves that threatened the coastal villages. The villagers, terrified by the encroaching tempest, sought the help of their beloved lightning princess. Liora, ever ready to protect her people, set out towards the sea with Spark leading the way. As they approached the coastline, the wind howled like a pack of wild wolves, and the waves crashed with such force that even the bravest sailors dared not venture into the waters. Upon reaching the heart of the storm, Liora discovered it was not a natural phenomenon, but a creation of a distressed sea serpent, whose magical trident had been stolen by a band of rogue pirates. Without the trident, the serpent had lost control over the ocean's harmony, unleashing chaos upon the sea and the land nearby. Determined to retrieve the trident and restore peace, Liora and Spark dove into the ocean depths, guided by the luminescent glow of Spark's feathers. They encountered the pirate ship hidden in a cove, shielded by the storm they had weaponized using the trident's magic. Liora confronted the pirates, her presence commanding as lightning danced around her fingertips. The pirates, realizing they were no match for the Lightning Princess's power, surrendered the trident after a tense standoff, where Spark dazzled them with his brilliant display of aerial acrobatics and lightning. With the trident in hand, Liora returned it to the sea serpent, who calmed the storm with a wave of its mighty tail. The ocean's fury subsided, and the waves gently lapped at the shores once more. In gratitude, the sea serpent granted Liora a necklace made from sea pearls that glowed with the essence of the ocean. The necklace had the power to calm any storm and call upon the creatures of the sea for aid. Princess Liora and Spark returned to their kingdom, heroes once again. The villagers celebrated their return with a festival on the beach, where lanterns floated on the sea, and tales of their adventure spread far and wide. Thus, under the watchful eyes of their Lightning Princess and her owl, the kingdom remained a beacon of peace, its people secure in the knowledge that no storm was too great to overcome. Title: The Lightning Princess and the Forest of Echoes. After the tempestuous adventure at sea, Princess Liora and her trusted companion Spark returned to their peaceful lives at Crystal Castle. But peace in the realm of Liora was often a delicate veil, soon lifted by the winds of a new adventure. This time, the call for help came from the ancient and mystical Forest of Echoes, located at the kingdom's southern edge. The Forest of Echoes was known for its magical trees, whose leaves whispered secrets of old and whose roots were said to hold the earth together. But recently, a strange silence had fallen over the forest. The trees stopped whispering, the animals fled, and a thick, impenetrable fog enveloped the entire area, confusing and disorienting anyone who dared to enter. Concerned about the forest's welfare, Liora and Spark ventured into the foggy depths. As they entered, the dense fog seemed to swirl actively around them, as if driven by an unseen force. Guided by Spark's glowing feathers, they navigated through the bewildering haze. Deep within the forest, they discovered the source of the disturbance. A once dormant volcano on the forest's edge had begun to stir, its underground activity disrupting the magical ley lines that powered the forest's mystic energies. The disruption had silenced the trees and caused the fog as the forest's magic became unbalanced. Determined to restore the forest to its former glory, Liora sought the ancient elemental spirits of the forest, mythical beings that represented earth, water, air, and fire. Using the whistle gifted by the wind spirit, she called upon the air spirit for guidance, who responded with a gentle breeze that cleared a path through the fog. With Spark's assistance, Liora approached each spirit in turn, convincing them to lend their power to heal the ley lines. The earth spirit tightened the soil around the volcano's base, the water spirit cooled the lava flows, and the air spirit dispersed the toxic gases. Finally, it was time to approach the fire spirit, who resided within the volcano itself. Liora and Spark bravely descended into the volcanic crater, where the fire spirit awaited. Recognizing their noble intentions, the fire spirit agreed to temper its flames and instead use its power to reinforce the forest's magic. With the balance restored, the trees began to whisper once more, and the fog lifted, revealing the forest in all its resplendent beauty. The animals returned, and the forest thrived, vibrant with life and magic. As a token of the forest's gratitude, the elemental spirits gifted Liora a crown woven from the leaves of the eldest tree, imbued with the essence of all four elements. This crown would protect her from natural extremities and enhance her connection to the magic of her kingdom. Princess Liora and Spark returned to their castle, celebrated by all for their courage and wisdom. The tale of how they saved the Forest of Echoes added another chapter to their legend, inspiring songs and stories that echoed through the kingdom, much like the whispers of the trees they had saved.